What's up, everyone? It's Gabby Trades, and welcome back to the channel. Well, today is a massive day because we have a lot of news that we need to look at, and also we need to prepare for a lot of earnings that are coming up today. But before we jump in, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss our breakdowns. Now, for yesterday's, we had all US major indices ended up the day on green. Now, advanced decline ratio was above 55%, which really signals that we're having like sort of a breath of fresh air in the markets. S&P near extreme levels, which means all-time high. So usual perfect scenario for a retail trap, you guys. In terms of yesterday, again, energy performed the worst, which is good, especially ahead of the CPI today, because I don't know if you guys remember, but we were looking at the CPI data for last month, and then we could clearly see that we had good CPI so far just because energy kept performing really bad. So the VIX, however, yesterday ended up slightly higher, which it's weird, right? It's weird because stocks are going up. And that usually needs to bring the VIX down, which raises the questions, is any hedging taking place right now ahead of the CPI today, which is very possible. So also we mentioned yesterday that CPI is pricing in a bit higher. Now that is bearish for stocks and could pressure the Fed to stay hawkish. In terms of Trump, he hit EU tariffs on auto exports and also is threatening Russia with like 100% tariffs unless they do a peace deal with Ukraine by September, which is a 50-day deadline. So again, we have another deadline with Trump, but this time is for Russia. Now, what does that mean for us? Well, this could add to inflation, right? Making CPI more dangerous for bulls, which are us. We are the bulls. In terms of bank earnings, we have at pre-market, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, all of them will report today, and that could be catalyst and could, because, you know, when they give out their earnings, it really sets the tone for the broader economy. So we really need to be ahead of that as well. Now, dollar is up again at resistance level on a weekly time frame, which might mean in a way that risk off is creeping back in, and we can see it on the Bitcoin chart as well. So let's have a look at that. Now let's see who's here. Double Aron, hello, welcome. You're new here. From everyone that's regular here, we have Stanimir, Crypto Love, Sugar Cookie, Boruto, Crypto Love, yes, we said that, Trevor, Larry, Diamond Eyes, Gogo, Cryptocello, and Wes. Hello, guys. Good morning. How are you guys feeling? All right, cool. We're moving out pretty quick up here. Let's have a look. Remove the indicators. So we are... okay, all sorted. Now, you guys, you know what you need to do? Start typing in the chat, like the video if you haven't, because we are about to kick it off around here. All right, cool. Yes, okay, so Heavenly is asking a question about XLM. We're gonna look at that, mate. Just give us 1 secundo, please. All right, actually, let's look at the sweep signal starting on Bitcoin today. Well, we just swept a fractal low, and we're currently printing bearish. We just opened the following 4-hour candle, so we need to see how that candle closes, whether it's bullish or bearish. That's going to give a little bit more signal on what price is doing. But in fact, yesterday, if you were part of the Discord, I gave the bearish signal yesterday quite early on, right? As soon as we had the first confirmation on a lower time frame, well, semi-lower time frame, I gave the confirmation on Discord. So I'm short, right? I don't give out signals or anything, but my members know what I'm trading. So you guys, if you haven't joined Discord, go ahead, find it in my bio, or if you're on YouTube, you can get the link, like the invite to get on Discord for free, right? If you're on Twitter, you have to actually pay for access. So I highly suggest you come on YouTube and find the link so you get on Discord to get your free access. All right, so yeah, we gave that call yesterday, and we're retracing pretty nicely. I had some positions limit orders on like a couple of alts that went in profit with a little bit of a move up, and then I closed because I saw that we have more liquidity to the downside. We're gonna have a look at that right now. But yeah, the extension of Bitcoin is like pretty substantial, right? One, two, three. It's a big extension. So you know, you guys, how I trade around the 2 extension of the standard deviation. I tend to be out, right? I tend to be out, and if there is any confirmations on a lower time frame, you know, I tend to take the short. So that's why I am in this short. Now, don't forget what we said about July, right? We said about July that alts are gonna pick up momentum, but then we're expecting for Bitcoin to eventually start ranging, right? So I'm expecting some range activity to start forming right now, with some pullbacks that could be quite substantial, right? They could be quite substantial for the next few months. Obviously, we're gonna look at that as we go. For today, that is it. It's pretty much the short. And if you're in, you're in. We had, wait, am I looking at the right chart? Yes, I am, but I haven't marked here the true week open. Anyway, we have the true week open within this range over here, right? Monday week open. It's pretty much like somewhere around Asia high, because I saw it on another chart earlier. So, you know, we need to assess, like, is this a reversal, right? Is this a reversal, or is this a part of a mini range that's manipulating, and then we're going to distribute higher? Both possibilities are on the table right now. But when you are at extreme levels, such as all-time high for Bitcoin, the same thing that I said to you when we started the stream within the news commentary section, is that when price is at extreme levels, it tends to manipulate. Same thing for the TradFi. So we're not seeing anything new down here. So a lot of these positions, right, a lot of these short positions, a lot of liquidity below the 120. Like if you look at the liquidation charts, there was lots of liquidity that is pretty much swept right now, and we're looking to fill some gaps right now. That's what it's looking like, right? Or what we might do is just reverse down here from the low of the range. Now this is also possible. The unfilled gaps, if we open the trading indicators over here, 4 hour, let's look on the daily. What do we have? You know, we have a massive daily bullish fair value gap over here that we could draw price to. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping that short for now. In terms of alts, ETH BTC is holding strong at the moment. Yes, there is a pullback, but it is holding strong. Now, Ethereum. Let's look at ETH. Well, you are pretty much at the bottom of the range right now. Now, if you're in an expansive phase, right, like such as this one, what do I tend to say? Well, position yourself at the lower of the range, right? This is the strategy. When you are in a market that's just expanding and ranging, you're supposed to be making use of any pullback that you get, especially if price is in a range, right? You want to position yourself at the low of the range for continuation, because everything is looking still good, right? In case we start dropping a little bit further, see Solana, okay, semi-double top over here, bearish. I get it, right? I get it. But I'm not bearish on alts yet. It's just impossible for me to be the case right now, because we had break of major levels, and that is what I want to see. Now, of course, we didn't fight this level over here. That's fine. So that means that we might get a second opportunity, right? And this is all we need to be looking out for. Hello, Chiefy. Second opportunities, right, within alts is going to be very, very nice, especially right now. So the 0.5 on Sol, like we said, 155, right, is a good area to start looking. But price might not even pull that deep, you know. On a 4-hour time frame, even more liquidity to the downside. Like if this really happens, right, if we start like pulling back substantially and we clear that liquidity, like I don't think we're gonna get better entries than this, to be honest with you. So I'm welcoming whatever comes. In terms of the alts that I'm in right now, I think I'm in CRV, Doge, I was in FET, which I closed. The reason I closed FET is because of this double liquidity formation that happened above my entry, and my entry was at 6842, I think. Yeah, 6842. That was my entry, so I closed it here in profit, just because I can see the double liquidity that's forming over here, and I'm using my indicators as my top priority. So I want to see that liquidity clear first before I start making any further decisions, right? Because then this could be an entry, that support could be an entry as well. Why is my thing like that? I like it to be cross. Yes, there we go. Yeah, if price starts retracing even further, I think we're gonna be very lucky to get like 0.6 on FED. Like if that happens, I'm welcoming that, because that's gonna be even further you know, better entries for me on alts, to be fair with you guys. So Ava did great gains. Smash the like button, you guys. Yes, thank you, Sugar Cookie, for reminding me. All right, cool. Now let's have a look at Bitcoin dominance. Doing fine, dropping. This is what we want to see. Okay, 4-hour time frame, developing liquidity where we don't want to see liquidity, but that's fine as long as price just continues to drop down and keeps the structure to the downside, right? This is what we want to see. Lower lows, creating on Bitcoin dominance from 0.786. So that's all good. ETH BTC, strong liquidity above, also something I want to see, right? Also something I want to see. So this drop could be actually a really good opportunity to reload on alts that have been strong. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't want to be like, I don't want to be exposed in some stuff that are super weak. And again, you guys, I've made a video on how I determine which alts are weak and which not, and it's available for everyone on YouTube to watch. It's a very simple process, but I want to be involved in the ones that are performing well. I don't want to be involved in the ones that have made a lower low from before. Like I'm not interested in that. Decaf. You know, like you get a coffee and then you're like, you order it. So you're not sure if sometimes someone is actually gonna make it, you know, not decaf. So it's just a bit of a, it's always a risk for me. I don't know. Yeah, TradFi. Let's look at TradFi real quick. S&P 500 bullish. Bullish as hell. This double top formation over here that everyone was trying to short, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. S&P wants to come and wants to sweep that liquidity over here. So essentially new all-time highs for S&P right around the corner. Damn it, I still remember your words. Which ones, my darling? Silver performing really well, just like we said, exited the range. 30, we were eyeing $39. We reached 39.5, which is great. Bit of a pullback, absolutely no confirmation for shorts on silver. Besides maybe lower time frame, let's have a look. Yeah, lower time frame. Yeah, there was a short on a lower time frame, but who wants to short silver right now? Do you know what I mean? Nobody wants to short silver. Gold, again, a little bit of a pullback. This is from last week. We don't need that. Still bullish, right? Because looking at the range, gold is still bullish. 3,400, right? Break 3,400 and we can start talking. We can start talking for new all-time highs on gold, which, by the way, in my opinion, are coming. Why? Because we're coming from the 0.5. Same scenario with Bitcoin. Well, not exactly the same, but pretty much you guys know how we're looking at these things, right? Let me know in the comments. And by the way, if you don't understand how I trade, go and sign up on the waitlist for my mentorship course. right? I'm going to do a mentorship for you guys, which is going to start in about a month's time. So make sure you go on the wait list. I can't recommend it more for you guys. Mr. MG, don't worry, mate. We started like 10 minutes ago. Don't stress. You haven't missed much. You can rewatch anyway. So gold new all-time highs for me is absolutely imminent. Now, is that going to come with extra fear in the market, right? You need to be questioning that. I'm questioning that. Is the gold new all-time highs going to come because of fears again, right? Hedging against inflation. So are we going to get high numbers today, which are, by the way, already sort of priced in? Yeah, so gold is bullish as hell. Gold is bullish as hell. Yesterday I was looking too long. I actually don't remember where I was looking too long. Yeah, probably from here. But then I was already like probably asleep or something. So anyway, that's gold. Platinum, massive pullback on platinum. Again, super bullish. In my opinion, look at that 4-hour fair value gap over here. I think that's going to be an interesting entry if we get to that level in a buy zone. It doesn't get better than that, you guys. You know what I mean? Platinum is looking good. Let's have a look at our favorite Nasdaq. Bullish, still bullish. Still bullish. Making new all-time highs. It doesn't stop. Nvidia was higher yesterday, but interestingly enough, the technology sector was down with energy, which is weird. It doesn't make sense to me. I probably need to look that up a little bit more. But anyway, you know the game plan for Nvidia, for Nasdaq as well, right? We're reaching the first level of extension, 1.5, which, by the way, I don't care about. I don't care about this level at all. The level that I care about is over here. Same as Bitcoin, -2, which is 24,613. Bring price up here, then I can start looking for shorts. Same thing. Always extreme levels, massive confirmation, you guys. What do you think about copper long-term as an investment? I think it's good. I think it's great. In fact, not financial advice, right? Not financial advice, but obviously they're going to be using that stuff so much. And look at copper on the 1 day. I mean, come on. This is just a daily candle. We're talking over here like 18.3% daily candle on copper. Like, you know, I don't talk to me about stocks and like TradFi, you guys. Honestly, I'm gonna teach you so many things about these stuff, and I'm gonna help you so much. That's why I said get on the waiting list. Just get on the waiting list. MCRB, like, you know, yesterday I posted in the VIP channel. You guys, make sure you come on Discord. It's for free, right? Look at this chart. Monthly. You don't even see that on alts. You know what I mean? Ceres Therapeutics. This is stock. Trading at $14. It was like $6 not long ago. It was $6. You know? Yeah, $6 down here. And the potential of that, you know, is extreme. Absolutely extreme. You know, but anyway, we're focusing on crypto now because crypto is the thing right now. But while crypto is running, other things are running as well. You know, RTX, defensive. I mean, doing more than great. Doing more than great. I mean, everything is doing fine, to be honest with you, in terms of defensive, like European defensive stocks as well. You know, MTU, like, I mean, I've been talking about these things on Twitter for like since last year. Since last year, I told you guys, defensive stocks. Like, it was just so obvious. It was so obvious. Talk about Solana, please. Yes, sorry, I went on my rant over here. Sol. Yeah, I mean, we're fine, right? We're fine. Overall, long term, this is fine. Here's the chart, you guys. Long-term chart. Have you reached 0.236? No. What does that mean? It means $300, above $300, according to the strategy, right? Printing doji candles, right? Ranging. Essentially, a doji candle represents a range on a lower time frame. Remember, market is fractal. XLM, yes, we'll look at XLM, darling. Don't you worry, Heavenly. And you guys, please like the video if you haven't. And if you want the free Discord access, make sure you tap on YouTube, press on the live stream, and you can see it in the description box, in the comments. I'll pin it everywhere for you guys. So yeah, Solana at 0.5, rejecting right now, but that is fine because it's strong, right? It's strong. This is just a manipulation, small pullback. Give us better entries, even better, you know, even better for us right now. On a daily, look, we're dropping quite substantially. This is, in my opinion, just an opportunity for us right now. Now, mind you, on a 4-hour time frame, price is showing exhaustion, right? Price is showing exhaustion. That's what we know about my indicators, which, by the way, I need to give access to one of my friends. I forgot. So basically, you know, when you have a target up here and you start printing targets before your target is reached, you start printing fractals before your target is reached, that is telling you that price is weak. So, you know, liquidity, you know what I mean? This is all internal liquidity, you know, relatively equal lows, liquidity. Are you gonna drop? Are you gonna really drop down here? Right? Because if you are on Discord, we have a pro trader giving you guys strategies on a daily basis on how to trade. And I can see the entry according for his strategy over here. I can see the entry. And I'm going to ask the people that are attending the live streams in the chat box, they will see that entry as well over here. This was a long entry over here. According to the strategy that we have, our pro trader who is absolutely murdering the markets, right? We're talking traditional markets, not crypto, but it's working. So that's what you need to care about. You're welcome. Sorry, real quick. Yeah, so Solana, again, like I said, retest of the 0.5155 would be like a massive gift, but I don't even know if we're gonna drop to that level at this point. XLM for our beautiful viewer right now. Down 4.3% on the day. Nope, I don't want to draw. I do not want to draw. Weekly time frame looking good, right? We have liquidity on a weekly time frame. This is looking fine. You know, it's looking fine over here for a target. So pullback, this could be a pullback right now, creating a fair value gap, which could potentially mean ranging and maybe another tab into that for ultimate entries. You need to learn patience in crypto, right? You need to learn patience in trading in general because, you know, everyone is aping in right now. They're aping in. They think that price is never going to come back. Go on the charts and assess how many times price goes parabolic and then it returns to levels that were closer to your entries for you then to re-enter, right? But then everybody's too scared to do it by that time. Because too much on the roller coaster. It's scary, I get it. But if you don't have my indicators, it's hard to see that, right? It's hard to see that. So if you have my indicators, you're clearly going to see on a weekly time frame, you have 0.638 liquidity weekly, very high time frame, very important time frame. So if you don't know how to use the indicators, you can go ahead. I've made a video for that as well. So, you know, price is pulling back right now. But then you know that that pulling back is going to create for you a fair value gap. Adding the rest of my indicators, you have an inversion over here. What is that? What is that? That's balanced price action. So it's giving you another POI. What's a POI? Point of interest, right? It gives you another point of interest because we have balanced price action over here, right? So you have an idea that price could come back to this point as soon as this fair value gap is finished, because this needs to close as such in order for this to validate. So this week, you know, so here we're talking weekly analysis. Gabby, can you just trade for me? Pretty please. You can have half of the profits. No, because you know why? You know why? Because I don't have time. Yeah. Now that I'm doing these live streams with you guys, I don't have time. My trading is not the same as it used to be, you guys. I hate to say it, but it's true. Because my days used to go like London session locked in, New York session locked in, Monday to Friday, right? Regardless of whether I'm trading Monday on Friday. But now the schedule is a little bit different. Now I have to wake up, I have to lock in so I can prepare the show for you guys. Then I have another show in the afternoon, right? And then I have all these other things that I need to take care of in terms of you know, my personal brand and everything. It's a lot of freaking work. It's a lot of freaking work. Add trading on top of that is just very hard. So I tend to keep my entries. I examine the charts obviously every day. Being live with you guys really helps me to do that because I do my analysis live with you. Honestly, like I look at the charts before I do the stream, like for 10 minutes or whatever, but then as soon as we open the charts, I'm doing it together with you, so which is very helpful for you guys as well, because then you can open the charts and learn how to do these things by yourself. But again, you need to know the model. You need to know the model. You need to know all the entries. So sign up for the mentorship, you guys. Honestly, it's going to help you. So that's my advice to you. But you can do obviously whatever you want. Don't wait until you get old. Yeah, that's what my mom is saying. I'm literally not doing anything with my life right now. You know, I met Trade Travel Chill yesterday, and she's like, "Hey, what's new?" And I'm like, "Nothing. Nothing is new. Everything's the same. My days are exactly the same every single day. I don't do anything interesting." You know, and I wasn't like that. You know, I used to travel a lot. I used to like enjoy my profits, go places with my family, like travel. Now I don't do that stuff anymore. But I've made it my mission. I want to grow this channel to 10,000 followers. Yes, it's stupid. Yes, it's very optimistic because I'm at like 1,600 followers right now. But watch me, I will make it happen. You know, and if you guys want to help me in that journey, go ahead, share the video. You can do it with me. So that's the goal. Give Gabby back her freedom. 10,000 followers. I'm gonna stay locked in until I get that. I don't care. I'm so stubborn, you guys, which is not great. It's not great, but it's true. So yeah, it's gonna happen one way or another. What else can we look at? Do you guys have any other alts? Yes, hit the like button. Do you want me to look at any other alts? Let's have some fun looking at alts. Jesus. Fed -3. Doge -3.4. XRP -3.7. Chainlink, please. All right, let it be. Link. Link at $15. Link at $15. We're gonna look at the weekly here. Again, guys, I cannot. You know, you have to learn the model. Look at it. 0.236, giving you one opportunity. Sorry, giving you one opportunity, 2 opportunities, 3 opportunities, 4 opportunities to get in. Right? More than that, essentially way more than that, right? Way more than that. way more than that. But if you are using my model, get on the wait list, you guys. Find it in the description box. Don't be dumb. It's in the description box, okay? So basically, yeah, I mean, $12 was the entry. Grapeness, you know. Now, one thing that's not grape, we say grape because it's an insider joke. Sugar cookie knows. Basically, like, rejecting from the 0.5 is not good, but if you know the overall market sentiment, right, you know what's supposed to happen, that should be fine. And how can you assess that? Well, again, with the help of the indicators, you can see clearly that you have a massive liquidation over here. Point. I'm not saying that we were having, yes, graveness, we were having you know, thousands of orders. Clearly we did, because at any high you will have orders, you guys. Liquidity. What is liquidity? How can I find liquidity? Liquidity is everywhere, okay? There is liquidity everywhere, and sometimes there's more stacked liquidity, sometimes there is spoof orders, you know, all these things exist. But the indicators are technical analysis. This is technical analysis, and often it will match with the actual liquidations. On CoinGlass, for example. So yeah, here we have a reject of 0.5. You can see we have liquidity. So price is rejecting on a weekly time frame. When we sweep liquidity on a weekly time frame, there is often a reversal, more than none. It happens more. I don't know, English, not my first language, whatever. So $12, great entry for Link, right? And if it holds, which it should, $41, right? I don't know, maybe 50. You never know. But the 0.786 is telling you, I want $41.84 to be precise. Now, before I exhaust, am I gonna get to $50? Maybe. We don't know that though. We don't know that. That's why we leave a runner. Or I leave a runner, but close the majority at this point, because I am a conservative trader. That's what I do. I protect my profits. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's Link. What else? Wait, hold on. Too many. We have to go one by one now. Chainlink, H bar. Stanimir with your H bar, dude, every single day. Gabby, look at H bar. Gabby, look at H bar. We looked at H bar. Here we go. H bar. I don't want to look at H bar. I'm angry at H bar because my entry was here and I wasn't tagged for like 2 points or something. So H bar is making me angry. I don't want to look at it, you know, because I missed my ultimate entry. Now I have to re-enter somewhere within the fair value gap or the 0.5, which is not my ideal scenario in this case. You know, when I had the perfect entry down here, you know, so H bar is annoying me, but H bar wants 0.4 again with the help of the indicators. This is what it wants. 0.5, create a fair value gap, maybe tap into the fair value gap. Maybe not. Maybe just extend further from the 0.5, because, you know, essentially you have to reject from the 0.5, you know. Even if you come down, you come up, there needs to be a clear rejection from the 0.5 where we say, okay, H bar wants to go, because let's imagine we don't see the liquidity here. So if I didn't see that liquidity over here with the help of my indicators, then I'll be thinking, all right, this is going to 0.32 and that's it. Potentially 0.35, I don't know. But now I know that this wants higher. I have confirmation that this wants higher, technical confirmation, which is not 100%, but it's most of the times, it's all probabilities that we're doing. We're playing with probabilities. So what are we looking for? We're looking for a clear rejection of the 0.5. Maybe it's going to happen now and it's not going to repeat, but it's likely that it will, because that's what it usually does. Right? Reject and then 0.4. What else? Hold on one second, because I'm losing here the comments. Why do you want me to look at Om? Why are we even looking at Om? This is my question. Like, I don't want to look at that. You know, I'm like so not interested in that. Like, I couldn't care less for this chart. You know, like, I don't care about this chart at all. I was trying to compare it to something else, but actually I can't think of anything else. So no, I'm not looking at that. Doge. Wait, we have Doge. One sec. Doge. Here we go. Yeah, Doge also at very good levels. I have an entry on Doge. My entry on Doge is quite low. So I'm just riding the wave of that. To be honest, I think my entry was at around 1.6 or 1.5. I don't remember. I definitely lower though. So yeah, I mean, this was the idea that price breaks through that level, and on a retest, basically you're in. Liquidity on Doge 0.255. Doge to $1. Let's go. It's all I want. Liquidity at the 0.43379. Doge is looking good. Okay, I'll do one more because I'm getting tired. My eyes are getting tired. ADA. Yeah, also looking fine. Liquidity on the 4-hour time frame. Good to see. The reversal is also good to see. So 1.17 looks good. 1.17 looks good as a target. Respecting levels, right? Respecting levels. This is support from February that we have been holding from February. You can see that with the help of my indicators again. Yeah, so 12-hour daily, lots of let's do weekly. It's better to look at weekly, especially if you're like in a bull like that. So yeah, lots of liquidity stacked here actually at these levels from February. Question is, are we gonna drop and take that levels and then continue up? Highly possible, but if we get these levels down here, oh my god, that will be like an ultimate entry, but it might not happen. You know, it might not happen because it didn't happen here, it didn't happen here. So yeah, this triple bottom over here. So weekly, yeah, forming a big imbalance right now. Forming a big imbalance, pretty much same as all the alts. There could be some opportunities to re-enter around these imbalances over here for Doge. Thoughts on pump? Yeah, pump, I was looking at it. I did long pump actually. I did milk a little bit and then I exited because I knew that they're launching on Monday. But I'm pretty damn sure I was like long from this tab over here, so I traded that move here and then I closed. But let's review it. Actually 12-hour, no point. Can do 4-hour, 1 hour. Yeah, I mean, it's a very risky play at the moment in my opinion, so I kind of want to stay away from that, to be fair. Mitigating 1 hour bullish fair value gap. Reaction is quite solid, you know, so essentially this should hold technically, right? And if it doesn't hold, then you're looking at more extreme levels down here. within this 1 hour bullish fair value gap. So maybe 0.0054, something like that. I would assume if that doesn't hold here and we continue dropping. Yeah, you guys. All right, cool. Quite long today, so I'm gonna start heading off. But yes, make sure you sign up for the mentorship waitlist. Make sure you do that. Okay, it's in the description box, it's in my bio, it's everywhere you can think of. You're most welcome. And yeah, make sure you jump on Discord. It's for free. You can find the link on YouTube, right? If you click on the live streams, you can find it in the comments, you can find the description box. It's not that hard, or in the chat box if you are with. And please like the video, you guys. Like the video before you leave. It's very important. It helps the algorithm and it helps me hit the 10K goal. Let's do it together, guys. Let's make it a mission. Gabby 10K. I really gonna be so stubborn until I reach this goal. It's gonna happen. Yeah. Okay. Hope you guys have a great day, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.